Good morning, everyone. I'm Connie Cola, along with Kirk Yunke with the latest from ABC 15. And less than 30 minutes ago, history being made at the U.S. Supreme Court. The justices have struck down 3 of the 4 provisions in SB 1070.
The only part upheld allows officers to check the status of someone that they suspect is not in the U.S. legally. ABC 15, the first local television station to break this news, and we were the first to get reaction from Sheriff Joe Arpaio and the Attorney General. Sheriff Arpaio says that he doesn't know if this makes much of a difference.
He says that his officers are trained and ready to roll and will uphold that portion of SB 1070.
We do not racial profile. I think we have the most trained law enforcement office in the country because ICE has trained 100 of my deputies. Of course, they took that authority away, plus 100 of my officers have been trained, 5-week courses, federal trained. So we are well trained to perform our duties in this matter.
This one provision called the basically the Show Me Your Papers provision. ABC 15's Kimberly Chang joins us live with a prayer vigil that's been taking place.
Yeah, Kimberly, what's the reaction out there? Are people celebrating or are they frustrated with this decision?
Kirk, not at all. The reaction is very much mixed out here. There's a lot of silence at the prayer vigil behind me. I think a lot of the information still has to be digested. The organizer with Promise Arizona, the group that is behind this prayer vigil, says that they are talking with their lawyers to figure out exactly what this means and what the next step will be. Join me now, Ben Miranda, who is a former state representative. You say even though 3 parts of this law were struck down, it's still not good news. Why?
Well, the primary reason is strictly not, definitely not enforceable without violation of people's rights. You know, as a practicing attorney, I can tell you, I'll have a field day with an officer, putting him on the stand and asking him what got him to think and conclude that this person looked suspicious. So if Ben Miranda, dressed like he is today, with a tie and coat, can escape being scrutinized for his residency status simply because he dresses this way, then it all presents some obvious problems. I think it's troublesome for the Latino community. I think it's troublesome for anyone of color. And I think clearly the Constitution was not considered in the right way. I think the Supreme Court looked at the law and said, on the face, it looks constitutional, and let's see what happens. But as applied is where it's going to be troublesome. I think that's where the issue is. As applied, how is it going to be enforceable without racial profiling?
Talk to me about the one provision that was upheld, the Show Me Your Papers provision, correct?
Well, yeah, the suspicion, the provision that allows an officer to simply, on the basis of reasonable suspicion, go to the next level and start scrutinizing, inquiring about the legal status of a person. That's what I think is clearly unconstitutional to me as applied. And once the court gets a second look at it, I think we'll see something different.
All right, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Now, again, the prayer vigil is continuing on here. We're waiting for word from the organizer. She will join us hopefully in a moment here, and we will bring you any new information just as soon as she learns it from their lawyers.
Busy day ahead. Kimberly, we're going to check back in with you in just a bit. I do want to mention that we're jumping over to our Live Well network, which is channel 15.2, our digital second channel here, and we're going to continue our coverage of SB 1070 and the decision that came out from the Supreme Court.
If you'd like to continue with us, just click over to 15.2. It's that easy.